Hello, Alex.
Hello, you look wonderful.
Welcome to Fawlty Towers, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Have you seen Basil?
It's Fawlty Towers, isn't it? Since Christian not to be organised, so...
I asked Lorraine to put on an event to show off the new restaurant. The irony that she's chosen to recreate the chaos of Fawlty Towers is not lost upon me.
Everybody happy here?
No, we're trying to get starters out, dear. Manuel!
Out! Out! Right!
Waldorf salad?
Manuel, do something! Wait on the table!
Tom has completely stolen the show as Manuel. And, yeah, I think all in all, it's much better than I expected it to be. I'm as surprised as anybody that the evening's calamities have gone down well. But back in the real world, I'm hoping that life doesn't imitate art. I hope that with the new management in, it will be another layer of... I hope it will be managed better. I really do.
I think they'll realise that they have to be as good as normal staff, if not better. They have no...
Special privileges.
No special privileges. And if they don't fit, they go.
Everyone's had fun tonight. Lorraine seems a lot more cheerful. I've given them a fantastic new dining room. We've got a new manager in, but I see no evidence of better organisation. I see no evidence of more professionalism. So, really, I'm leaving here feeling pretty dissatisfied. Have I made a difference here? Who knows?
I think the future's going to be good.
Ah, another delivery. Probably more friggin' mirrors. How many mirrors can a person want? It should be a mirror shop rather than a B&B.
Mike Peck is Rowena's long-suffering business partner.
I really hope it is the ones that I'd ordered for down here. It may not be a mirror.
It is a mirror, Rowena.
They're not mine. I don't remember ordering this.
He also happens to be Rowena's former lover.
She does have a habit of going out and buying things and just seeing mirrors and stuff like that and buying it.
Mike and Rowena share the running of the hotel, but the look of it is Rowena's department, and despite their financial strife, Mike struggles to rein his ex, Rowena, in.
Do you think I went online and just thought I need 2 more mirrors?
Mike doesn't have the passion I have for the hotel. What he thinks is important, I don't.
Since my first visit, Rowena and Mike have got serious about business and have now done away with their uninspiring one-page website. With agreement on the name, designers have created a new one to promote the B&B far and wide. But this won't be enough to really up the occupancy rate and turn the business around. So I've pulled some strings and set up 2 meetings with high-profile corporate clients who have the power to put this charming B&B on the map. Rowena will need to draw on all the business sense she has learnt whilst under my watch. Today's really important because it's a culmination of all the work that we've done so far. This is her chance to show me that she's really taken on board the lessons I've been trying to teach her. It's also a really good business opportunity. This is a chance to sell a lot more rooms. But it's not all on Rowena. I want Mike to pull his fair share. It's vital they work as a team and prove themselves as professionals by sealing a deal together.
Back to your commission. Is it fixed or is it open to negotiation?
It's open to negotiation, but
How low would you be prepared to go?
I don't think we could go below the 25%.
25%?
Yeah.
If we were doing a £99 deal, you'd take 25% of that, is that right?
Yeah.
It may seem a lot, but by increasing your occupancy rate, you lower the cost of providing each individual room. Mike and Rowena's £65 room costing could be slashed to £45 if they get more heads on beds.
Are we tied into a
No,
contract?
no, it's very flexible, so...
Much better, much better. Saying all the right things are sounding very professional. And this is much how I want them to appear and present themselves.
How many rooms do you think you'd be able to sell for us per month, roughly?
I think over the 3-month deal period, if I look at the hotel that we work with, it's a really similar situation. They've got 14 rooms, they're outside of Bath. Over 3 months, they sold 400 room nights.
Well, that's been really useful. And I think the best thing is for us to cost it all up, get back to you.
We look at hotels that have got 95% and above TripAdvisor ratings, and it's great to see that you're in that category.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
So that was brilliant. Thank you so much. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate your time. It's kind of opened up another avenue to them, and I think that's an avenue that they desperately need.
Rowena and Mike have managed to win over one of the biggest hotel retailers in the world.
Travel Zoo is so exciting for me.
Cheers. You did brilliantly with Louise, by the way.
Really?
I felt very proud of you both. I think, and she's really
It's
keen.
exposure as well.
Yeah. And I think it'll make such a
it
difference. It'll stand you in good stead. All in all, I mean, you've come quite a long way mentally in quite a short space of time. Right?
Oh, cheers.
Thanks for putting up with me. The success or the failure of the business is in their hands, and it's all about control, and it's all about control of the financial purse strings. You know, if they can crack that, they've already got the hospitality bit nailed, they're going to be fine.
I'm proud of Rowena and Mike. I'm leaving them with a real identity and a lot more business sense than they started with.
Since the beginning, we've evolved from being a non-entity almost. Probably give us that confidence, you see, to go a bit further.
Hopefully now we will swim in the same pool and go in the right way. So, yeah, I mean, time will tell, but I think we're getting there. So, start of a new era. Are we going to get on better?
No.
No, of course we're not.
I don't think this afternoon could have gone any better.
We thought the same, but we didn't know whether you'd think the same.
Everyone there had a great time. Of the special guests, I know UK are going to put you in their top 5 special offers.
That's brilliant.
Hen Heaven are looking forward to working with you in the near future. And finally, the Blackpool Gazette is going to write an article about you.
Fantastic.
If we manage just to stop things being quite so difficult for you, you're really going to find a rhythm. And then you're just going to fill up and then start making some money. That's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely.
I am so sure that this is going to turn the corner. I really am. I don't say that lightly, you know.
We'd lost our sparkle and we got our sparkle back, basically.
When I first came to Videla, I was really worried that there was going to be no way of saving either the business or John and Neil's friendship. The boys have worked so hard. I hope that at least the friendship is secure, and I truly believe that that gives the business the best hope of surviving.
Everything changed, doesn't it?
We've changed. Yeah, it's been good.
Andrew's guests leave satisfied. But today, there's one person's opinion that counts more than any other. It's time for the Visit England hotel inspector to reveal his verdict.
Right. Looking at your bedroom stock, a cross-section of your bedroom stock, we have a little variation, I think, quality-wise. Possibly something you could look at just from a guest care perspective. I know I'm a big, strong chap, but just look at offering assistance with luggage as a standard, perhaps, to your guests. Breakfast this morning, I would strongly encourage you to look at a menu, perhaps, just having a menu within the breakfast area, just to allow the guests to select at leisure from the range that you're providing.
Has Andrew done enough to win the 3 stars he desperately needs to rise above Blackpool's stiff competition?
There's still some room for development, which is something I'm sure you'll address over the first sort of few months of trading, first couple of years perhaps. But overall, I think from a ratings point of view, I think we can extend a 3-star rating based on the quality that we have. So congratulations.
Gosh, darling, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And
best of luck for this year. Hope it works well.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With Alex's help, Andrew has turned the new Lingarth from unrated hotel to a respectable quality 3-star Blackpool establishment. A towering achievement.
For my first visit, it has all been about this, achieving this 3-star rating, and we've done a lot to get to this point. We had to rebrand this product, we had to make sure that the rooms were up to scratch, and almost as importantly as anything else, we had to change Andrew, smarten him up, give him some confidence, make him the real face of his business, and I'm so pleased that we've managed to do all those things.
It's been a big, big journey and a very long journey as well. There's been situations where things haven't gone as quick as what Alex wanted. She goes from A to B, straightforward, and I go from A to B in kind of like an event line.
And with his 3-star rating, Andrew may have finally achieved his dream.
Very, very good to get away from the shite end of the market. And with my accreditation, with the new rooms, I can actually do that.
I just think that going forward, what I'd like to at this point is kind of having a roadmap for the future, and I don't think that there is a very clear one. So the big question is, do you think you can stick at it? Can you face the idea?
Yes, probably under sufferance.
It might be just easier to say, OK, well, let's just sell it, because actually, if you're going to go through a year of agony, kind of tussling about it, is it worth it?
I knew when I agreed to come here what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Mum ever believed that I could implement the changes of what's required to put you in a position at the end of the year to make some vital decisions.
All you can do is what you can do. You should think of this as a problem that needs to be solved, or a series of problems. I think you'll find, if you think of it like that, you might actually find quite satisfying.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea to think of it, because it is true. She is here to solve the problems I have, really.
Or the problem you are.
I understand it's been painful for you, but I hope overall you see the point of this process.
Yeah, well, it certainly has helped me, really. You know, I mean that quite genuinely. I have been upset, but I really do feel genuinely it's helped, because, as Beth said, I really wasn't very confident of her ability when she started, whereas now I know that she can, and she will, and she does do it.
And I think this process has allowed me, over the last month, to implement the starter. It is only the start. We're still under a tight time frame, and other things have to be implemented if, as you want it to be kept in the family, they need to be in place. I just don't know if you understand that.
I really don't know what you expect of me. We did say we would look at the situation in a year and decide whether we were selling or whether we were...
We can't wait a year to implement what needs to be put in place.
And just from a business point of view, darling, the year has to be about maximising revenue. And I think there has to be a strategy about how to achieve that growth, and that's what I'm saying. That's what we've been trying to achieve here.
The only thing is, I said, I'm scared, really.
I know.
I understand that, but I think that time... I know you.
When
Time
I was
will
young,
march on.
When I was young, I took loads of...
Well, everyone does, darling,
Yeah,
I know.
You get a bit older. I just wonder how it all got to be my fault.
It isn't all your fault. It's just the inevitable has got to occur at a certain point. It's amazing that this business is still afloat. You've done a good job for 40 years. You've handed over the baton while you needed to. The best thing is to find the cleverest exit plan that ensures you some security for the future.
Yeah.
OK, girls, I have faith that it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
All I can do is affirm to her what I truly believe, which is a business is nothing compared to your family. You know, what she needs Beth to do is make sure the business works in the way it's supposed to look after her future. But I think it's hard. It's going to be hard. This year's going to be hard. I'll be thinking of them.
After checking the guest house from top to bottom, it's time for the inspector to reveal his verdict.
I have to say, having assessed your property, you're not falling short in terms of your 3-star. You're comfortably 3-star. But what I would say to you is my remit is not to actually push the rating all the time. It's to actually make sure you're comfortable with what you do. And I'd rather see you comfortably within your 3-star mark than perhaps, less comfortable at a 4. But it's a good stay, and thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
To the Harrops, the inspector's judgment may spell failure. But in reality, they've done well to move from 3 diamonds to 3 stars under the new scheme.
Girls, you didn't get a 4-star. I thought at the beginning that we were shooting for the stars. So we've got to go forward and we've got to increase our efforts now. And we're going to pull ourselves up, stitch a smile on our face and get on with it again.
John is clearly disappointed.
It's meant to be ice, I think.
That's right, yeah.
But you just see it as polystyrene
Yeah.
lumps.
And it's not just in the bedroom. There's also clutter accumulating on the landing.
It looks as if it could be dirty laundry. They shouldn't be on your landing, and you vacuum.
But Sue's not happy with the criticism.
So I have to apologise.
All right.
I know you're coming, but I'll clear it now.
Okay.
Oh, God! Oh, don't you break it!
I'll get the place cleared up. Start again tomorrow. You see, Cheryl? What happened? I'm sorry, you'll get it all. I'm not at all happy.
OK, Sue, but there have always been things on landings, you know.
And then there's the prices.
Would you pay that amount of money?
No way.
Now, would you pay £100 to stay here
A
in this
night?
room? Yeah.
No. I think it is definitely overpriced.
Ruth has listened to all the visiting hoteliers and is ready to give Sue her verdict.
The thing that came out really was the price again. The price. Now, where do we go on this? Because I understand you don't want the riffraff in and you don't want to charge £18 a night, and I don't think you should be. I mean, I really don't. But there does seem to be a really, 5 out of the 6 thought that £100 for 2 people staying in the 9-year room, even though it was a lovely bathroom, was a lot of money, and more importantly, that you wouldn't get it.
If you can go away on holiday and you can come back when you've got, say, 3 or 4 children, relaxed as if you've had a holiday, that is worth £. That's worth paying for. That's worth going that extra mile for. And so, therefore, I really think that just on a look-see basis, perhaps I agree with them. Maybe, they need to almost come back and experience it, and then they might change their tune.
Because if you don't mind not being very busy much of the time, and you're quite happy to run at occupancy levels that another hotelier would be kind of slitting their wrists with fear and worry about, then this is fine, because you will always find the odd person prepared to pay it. But this is going to have to be your decision, because I don't want to stop you being Mrs. Sparkles. I don't want to stop your theming. I just want more people to come in who are not frightened by the overwhelmingness of the theming, and who actually can pick their way through the theme to do the normal things that adults do, So you think we've come some way towards achieving that deal?
Yes, I do, Yes, I do. I think we have, Sparkles of the future, what does it hold? I think we're very much in a situation where we live a season at a time. So I couldn't tell you whether I'll be closed this time next year, whether I'll be in Pastures New this time next year, or whether Sparkles will be franchised around the country this time next year. We'll have to wait and see.
But Ruth is convinced the one thing holding back Sparkles is Sue herself.
I still don't think her heart is in being a full-blown hotelier. I don't think she really wants to be busy all the time. I think she likes to tickle along. This is something of a hobby for her. It's her little fantasy, and that's fine. But I think to some degree I've wasted my time. Have you had any business from it?
Unfortunately, no. I thought I'd have some business on the night. Unfortunately, it hasn't transpired into actual bookings, and having chased them up, all sorts of reasons why they can't at the moment and so on.
As we speak, how many staff are you employing?
Everybody has reduced in hours. So instead of doing 50, 60 hours a week, we're now doing 30. So that's how we've cut the costs.
But you have got cover on reception now with Tracy, haven't you?
We have an issue there anyway, but it is difficult. It's very difficult.
Tracy's not working out?
No.
She's finding it very hard to assimilate what goes on.
I still don't think you've got system and structure, and I don't know how you teach somebody. I'd have taken on that girl, you know I would have done. She would have sorted you.
I think as a hotel, or as it's structured now, whichever way you like to put it, it isn't going to work. Our big mistake was we went into something we didn't know. And I think if you want to learn something from this, is never take on a business that you don't understand end to end before you start it.
I came in here hoping I could help save your business by giving you some ideas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think you're ruthless or tough enough
No, I'm
with
not.
the whole overhead thing, the staffing thing, what have you. And I think you mean to do those things, but you're too easily pushed off it.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Ruth, I agree with you entirely. The whole thing is a farce. I don't want to employ anybody. I've just had enough of it. I'm sick to death of the place, the people, everything. I've just had enough. What is the point in me trying to work my guts out, particularly when my family turn around and say, well, it's all your fault. My family have blamed us, and last week they sat there and said, well, you failed miserably, we're going to sell it.
Right.
I think it's ground me down, and I've never had so many insults for nothing at all as I have here. And I've never been stabbed in the back like I have here.
Obviously, it looks like Hamner Hotel is going. Does it mean losing your house as well?
It's touch and go at the moment. I'm very sad it hasn't worked. I still honestly believe that the place is potentially a gold mine. I think this is a great little place, and I think it'd be a superb business for somebody. But not us.
I know she really wanted to help, and I think she really thought she could help. But I think it would have taken forever. I hope whoever runs this business, whoever perhaps buys it even, does really well. I don't see why they shouldn't.
The problem is that you're trying to sell a business at the bottom, and the only way they can be sold is cheaply. If it's sold cheaply, we pay off the bank, we pay off the creditors. The family probably gets £300,000 or £400,000 back out of £1 million investment.
Well, it turned out to be a Hammer horror story. And to be honest, I'm really not surprised. I don't think Keith and Val are cut out to be hoteliers. You know, the staff overheads for a start, huge, and really no reductions have been made. I think this business has such potential, and I think if and when it gets sold, new owners will make a real success of it.
2 months after Ruth's final visit, in March 2005, the hotel is still losing money and has yet to attract a buyer. Keith is resigned to having to return to accountancy, and Val is contemplating a career as a lifestyle guru.